You're his father, Cordero. You're his father.
So hold on, Miss Ferguson. Does Mr. Weatherspoon treat Aiden differently than he does the other children?
I feel like he does.
How so?
When he calls me or message me, he only asks about Cameron. He don't never ask about Aiden.
Really?
Yes.
And when he's coming to see Cameron, he doesn't play with Aiden?
He'll probably speak to Aiden, but he don't give him like that fatherly feel how he get Cameron. And Aiden deserves a father, his father, to be there just as well as he there for his oldest brother.
Your Honor, she trained this baby to call me daddy. She trained this baby to believe I'm his father.
Why would I train him to call you daddy?
Pictures of him to me. When I come and see Cameron, that baby's calling me daddy. You gotta see how I feel.
You're his
that
father,
this baby don't have no
Cordero.
bond.
You're his father.
Calling me daddy. She's pushing something on me that I don't feel that's not there.
And you believe she's trying to manipulate you and make the child call you daddy to make you buy into this fact.
Thank you.
So now you have Cameron, the first child.
Yes, Your Honor.
You don't question the paternity of Cameron, Mr.
No, I do not.
Weatherspoon.
No,
All right.
But I did start having my doubts, Your Honor, because after a while of us being together, I was actually sick one day and ended up going to go check my mailbox. I noticed the car was pulling up.
That wasn't me.
So I turned around and I see that car pulling up. So when the car pulled up, she got out the car. But as I'm looking over her shoulder, I see a white boy in the car with her. So I'm looking like, what's going on? I say, Belinda, who is that white man outside of my house? You know what I'm saying? So she's like, he's just a friend. He just let me use his car to come over here. So as my man, I'm thinking to myself, she never mentioned his friend.
You thought she was cheating.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you confronted her about that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Ferguson, were you cheating?
He was teaching me how to drive. We was friends.
Is he teaching you how to drive or teaching you how to ride? That's two different things.
He taught me how to drive out of a friendly gesture. That's all it was. It wasn't no intimate anything going on between me and that man. I even knew him before I even met Cordero.
So you were never intimate with him?
We was intimate before I even met him, but it was one time.
Okay, so see, now the plot thickens. See, this is the problem. Now I know why you never really told him too much about the man. Because you would have had to admit this is a man I've been intimate with before.
I just didn't look at it that way.
So, Mr. Weatherspoon, is this the only other time you heard Miss Ferguson was entertaining other men?
I had some friends at this superstore, and they called me on the phone. And it's crazy because I was actually around the corner at another store with my sister shopping at the time. So they called me and they say, Cordero, are you still with Belinda? I say, yes, I am. They say, well, she just walked in the store holding hands with this other man.
I wasn't holding hands with her.
I said, no, that's not her. That's gotta be a lie.
I wasn't holding hands with her.
We're telling you. But in my mind, I knew they were telling the truth because I knew about this other man. You know what I'm saying? So I called Belinda's phone. There was no answer. I called her again. There was no answer. I called her for the third time. She picked the phone up. But it sounded like she was in the bathroom. I can't echo. I said, where are you? She said, I'm at a party store with my friend. We getting some stuff for her party. She hung the phone up. When she hung that phone up, I went to my sister and I said, can I see your keys? Please let me see your keys. I hurried and jumped in her truck. I tried to make it to that superstore, you know what I'm saying, to try to catch her up. So I drove as fast as I can around that corner. And when I got there, I ran up beside my friends and said, where is she? She's already gone. So I was real upset then.
So you just missed her?
I just missed her. So in my mind, I said, enough is enough. I'm done.
All right.